as a counter pick into the Cho'Gath. You can steal away the ultimate stack.
That's why we don't
up.
talk about hovers,
But
Ender.
I love it as a counter into the Cho'Gath.
Well, unlucky. Instead, we're going to be seeing Sion. Tank top lane matchup. I think that Sion can get priority over the Cho'Gath in the early levels. What I am concerned about, QuickShot, is that Syndra Lee in very potent 2v2 lanes. Whenever I play with Ender and whenever we're playing Fiddlesticks, he likes me on Nocturne because it's easy for me to get push and collapse. And he's like, if I'm getting invaded on, I can protect him. But I feel like the Orianna is just going to get pushed in by this Syndra in
Tough to deal with.
This is an interesting play, the delayed invade from G2. We expected early invades up against the Fiddlesticks, but it looks like we now have the bot lane fight.
Dredge line comes out, built over Peacemaker. Now Perkz and Mykix are taking a lot of its damage. The exhaust will slow things down. Mickey below 100. First blood picked up and on Crownshot's Caitlyn. Jankos is going to be able to put a lot of damage onto Trick, but with no resonating strike to be able to follow up. Now that's a flash over the wall. Gets past the effigy for now. Jankos hops over with a safeguard, and it's actually SK that punished the invade from G2.
That's so strange there, because G2 were super split up. They basically said bot lane take the 2v2 and jungle take the 1v1. But Perkz and Mickey are going to lose that fight at level 1. Jhin cannot go for the extended trades, as you can see here, especially because he doesn't get the
Picked
full
up there by Trick. And as expected, middle lane is just being shoved in. Dredge line connects. That's beautiful. 90 caliber net backwards. Perkz is looking for the crit. The death sentence from Limit buys just enough time to keep Crownshot alive. He's now flashed defensively. The Riptide will slow them down. A boop onto the head, but not enough from the Deadly Flourish. And Mickey with the Dredge line. Every skill shot landed from G2, except the ones that SK dodged.
All right, so if we're using technical terms, I believe what Mickey did there was the Giga Smurf. So now Jankos is not slowing down this aggression as he has his eyes on Trick's red buff.
Okay, now Sonic Wave will connect there. Smite comes out. Trick will have support from Limit, but here comes Caps. No ultimate available. Trick was able to get that one. That's a push back, at least onto ZaZee for now. And now all of a sudden, Jankos needs to dash to the ward for safety. The rupture from Wunder buys enough time. In and out, doesn't get the wins, and 3 losses. It is exceptionally impressive. He's built himself up a 20 CS advantage already. ZaZee has no teleport available, so can't back away even if he wanted to.
Oh, they want to dive this.
May be able to do it. Won't be in range for the unleashed power of Edius, and looks as though Jankos is going to be moving in from the side.
Yeah, Caps was just trying to chunk out. He's holding onto his ultimate, so Jankos is here, but Trick can ulti over this wall.
Here it comes.
Down, and there's the Crowstorm flash forward. Shockwave whiffs from ZaZee as the Rift Herald still gets the boop on the mid lane. There was a flash out of Caps, but it traded for flash and Crowstorm from Trick. So moving more towards that tanky option. Ender, do you see as the death sentence connects on Perkz, cleanse instant again? Looks like he's trying to bait it. Flash forward. That Dredge line hit the wall, didn't it? That was a face plant of note. The box comes down from Limit as the curtain is called back, and Perkz forced to retreat now. Teleport coming out here. That looks like a Jenax TP. It's Trick, in fact, with the spellbook. And now Caps is going to walk away. So some fun times in the bottom lane, and nobody goes down.
And that was your perfect opportunity to use a kick W on him. That was like that was your moment right there, right next to his face, bottom left. Bottom left. There you go.
Got it. Thank you.
This means that SK is going to be able to get themselves the Ocean Drake, and a lot of that just comes off the fact that Limit lands a good hook. That forces the cleanse, that leads to these series. So, the fact that SK have come out with, you know, a relatively low gold deficit for now is pretty solid. And here comes the ult from Fiddle.
And there's the call with an ace in the hole and a death sentence to boot. Crownshot takes out Perkz. His second kill of the game, and that goal lead, only 1,000, is pretty good for SK. Starting to get a little more tense, but G2 will push in this mid wave, get some damage. It looks like the tower will just about fall. And Mickey's even going to use the Hex flash forward just to threaten and engage Edius. But at the end of the day, first tower goes to G2, and they still maintain control of the game.
Sitting at 2-0-0, all the SK fans are like, okay, I like how this game is going. And when you're a G2 fan, you're looking at, okay, how's Caps doing? What's he like? Well, sure, he's very ahead in his lane. He's sitting comfortably on the Syndra, but right now he's even on itemization with ZaZee. So while Caps does have a lot of gold, you can see that the two big carries for both these teams are currently sitting near the top. So, I think
here we
this is
go.
still very close.
What? Mickey just failed again.
Remember, there's no flash. Remember, there's no flash. Perkz is just easily picked off by SK, and Mickey will get the dredge line this time round. The tower falls in favor of SK, and the Feral Scream will slow down the SK advance. But there is the bountiful Harvest, and that is a feast. Get eaten alive by Cho'Gath. Instantly in reply, though, Limit with another good death sentence. It ends up being a 2-for-1 in favor of SK, but they get the tower to boot.
It's just crazy, though, because G2 see the play coming.
Execution was very good from SK.
Oh, just as we come out, Perkz eats a decimating smash to the face from Jenax. Support from Jankos means Jenax backs away, and the third dragon of the game will be picked up by SK uncontested. I will concede at this point that not allowing Vedius access to the Kick W tool may have...
Both these champions have insane HP scaling. Sion off his W or Z or whatever, Cho'Gath off of his ultimate. Now, when he upgrades that Tiamat into a Titanic Hydra, both the basic auto attack
has just been dropped. And it's important to note, still 1,500 gold advantage here to G2 Esports. Caps 0-0-0 with a 30 CS advantage, hasn't found kills. And now Jenax will get found out, but really I think Jenax is like, yeah, please, I dare you to fight me.
So we're now approaching 20 minutes into the game, second items being worked on pretty much all across the board, and this is where you really start to get worried about Fiddlesticks, because as Ender was saying earlier, the scaling on the champion is so strong, and when you hit level 11, you get that second point in your ultimate, and all of a sudden, the champion becomes so much scarier. Working towards the Zhonyas as well, he's very close to completing that. SK are only getting stronger, and this next Drake fight, I feel, is going to be very long. We gotta remind people, both teams 8 and 7, I believe if either team wins this, they do lock a spot in playoffs.
Yes, they do. You've stolen all my content. What would you like me to do? Curtain is called. Shot 1 connects, 2 connects, 3 finds a target, and the 4th between them. Not going to find Limit. The shockwave in the middle of the lane doesn't do anything. And now SK Gaming are forced to back away. 50 seconds to Dragon. And like Vedius said, the winner of this game guarantees...
Let SK into the pit, then they find the pick with the flank.
We get to ask the question, who's the scariest monster, Trevor? Fiddlesticks or Cho'Gath?
Oh, okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Wunder.
They knew where he was. They had the vision. Put it down. Here's Wunder.
He's locked up in place. Now what can he do? He's going to be able to flash over the wall. He does. Manages to get the feast. Cho'Gath was right.
Mechanics.
Vedius was right. It was flash feast. That's all we got. And G2 Esports managed to find the second dragon. They extend their goal lead to...
And now we're at a point where everything is wrong for SK in terms of map control, because Caitlyn, she wants to be placed as well. She's stuck inside her tower, and Fiddlesticks gets picked off.
Oh, I thought he had the damage. The feast was available. Wunder didn't close the gap.
God.
But look at that burst coming out. Now going golden for ZaZee buys enough time. Wunder's still holding on to the feast, looking for another target as Mickey is sitting in the back. That's the shockwave finally connecting onto Wunder, but that is a dead Jenax. Zombie Sion gonna try to do some work, but he can't close the gap enough. Perkz takes one punch to the face, and the inner turret will be focused down. Now, call goes out, but everyone stays outside of the cone of vision. And that means G2 unable to do it, but they get the 4th kill.
But just look at how...
But because of Caps, that was a one-sided fight for G2.
And indulge me as I nerd out for a moment, but Wunder's Titanic Hydra, that's AoE damage too. So he's able to layer that down in the combination there. He's got a Righteous Glory, so target access. It's looking good. And he's stacking a lot of armor right now, but it doesn't really matter because the only one dealing damage is Crownshot.
Yeah, definitely the case. Limit is in trouble. Caught between 4, forced to flash away.
Oh, the
Rupture knocks up Trick. That means the Crow Storm will not land. Wunder gets flayed backwards. Remember, he's got a lot of damage to deal. He's taken out. SK Gaming managed to get one back on the beefiest member of G2. The ace in the hole will find its target and interrupt on the dredge line, and that means Mickey goes down as well. And with 40 seconds to Dragon, maybe SK can set up.
This is a really good opportunity for SK to go to Baron, but they don't know that Caps is sitting here on the flank.
Look
the Crownshot face jack.
No.
He's dead. He's dead. Goodbye. Unleashed power comes out. Caps is just sitting there dropping the orbs down, and now 25 seconds to Infernal. Caps is stepping forward. Remember, Mickey's down, so is Wunder. TP is up for Wunder.
Yeah, G2 are just threatening. They're waiting 15 seconds before Wunder can get into the fight. Perkz!
Oh, flashes away from the shockwave.
Okay, a little ambitious. G2 are going to be able to walk SK out of the jungle, and pick up this Drake. I don't think SK want to fight them. Because, I mean, if you rewind back like a full minute to when, you know, Wunder got picked off around, he's got a Magi. He does stupid damage at the moment with the Void Staff completed as well. So if you just play around him entirely,
the
he'll carry the
TP
fight.
flank. Wunder's going to kill ZaZee.
Chasing. Let's watch.
Oh,
the
it's
damage.
2 teleports.
Yeah, that's just
That was
not
unnecessary.
fair. That is just overkill. I don't really necessarily want you and Vedius and Ender to chime in. I want to know, chat, do you think G2 will win the summer split? It's been a discussion around many segments. Vote yes or no in chat, and we'll take a look as Limit's going to get run down. But for the time being, G2 are looking like they are ramping up. Over the last, let's say, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they're finding
playing very well. I think the SK held on to the early game very well. And ultimately, it came down to that one big fight around the Drake, which was executed very well. Now, here comes the ult from Trick.
It will indeed. Crowstorm comes up, but it doesn't matter. Look, easy disengage, relatively speaking, for G2. Caps is on the run. The Rupture comes up. The Shockwave actually added some distance, but the Rupture on a Crownshot, followed up by the Sonic Wave. Crownshot is going to be able to escape with his life for now, as Jenax can buy some time, but Trick goes down, and so does Jankos.
All right, Jankos getting a little amped there, going underneath the tower, because if he lives, G2 can probably turn on the Baron.
Yeah.
Because I actually do like the play. Like, right now, SK have a mini game, and that's delete Magi stacks before an objective spawns, you know?
Good luck with that one, by the way. Fans at home, pretty split here, 2/3 to 1/3, saying that G2 will win as now the Death Sentence catches onto Wunder.
Oh, Mickey found Trick.
Comes out. Mickey has found Trick, so Crowstorm cannot be activated without the awareness.
He's gonna clear the waves.
No
He's gonna
ways
clear
it
a
works
wave first,
again.
but he can set that up because, right, like SK can't commit multiple members into the bot lane because then G2 could just move to Baron. So they have to be careful of Wunder on the flank. G2 again have the deep vision to spot out a Trick ultimate.
That's the fear into the Death Sentence, into Decimating Smash, but now there's nothing for any of the other
Wunder
threats.
found Crownie!
Gigantic damage onto Limit. Jenax takes the blast cone, and that's Crownshot already down. He's blown up by Wunder. A kill for Perkz, a kill for Caps. Looking to run down Limit, who throws up the Blitzcrank question mark. And with 3 seconds before the next Infernal Drake, Perkz is going to try to kill Jenax before he escapes. The TP will let it happen, and actually, this is going to be a split focus here. Most of G2 pushing into the base.
G2 are looking for the end here. They could take the Infernal Soul. They could go for Baron. Forget that. G2 want the win right here, right now.
64% of you said you expect G2 to win the summer split. They are on the verge of winning against SK and guaranteeing a playoffs appearance, which means they're one step closer to the
Death by
finals.
Ludens.
One step closer to Worlds. If you don't make playoffs, you don't make Worlds. The Crowstorm comes in from Trick. He goes golden with the Hourglass. This is buying some time. The Nexus stays alive a few seconds longer. It is not over yet. It's not over until the Fat Nexus dies, and it is staying alive as the ace in the hole will tag.
Why you got a Nexus shame like that?
Wait. Does this mean that?
But like, what's the worst
You're
case
gonna
scenario?
lose the game anyway.
You walk away from it?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking about G2. I think
Yeah,
G2 could have done
yeah.
could have done Baron because you know SK are gonna sprint.
Champion, only 3 defeats to his name.
Wait 3 seconds. Let Wunder get the buff.
Well, let's find out if they do. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, they did. I think they should have tried to BM him. Not give it over.
You recommend G2 wait, but let's have a look at Fiddle here. Laying in wait.
Is this going to work, Vedius?
No.
No. He's gonna die. He's so dead.
Oh, man! There is going to... That has to be the mechanics. That has to be it. Yikes, indeed, from Trick. Wunder's going to be pushing onto the Nexus that is exposed as G2 Esports look to close out this game. They will be the 3rd team to guarantee themselves a position in the postseason. And that means for the rest of the
Whoa, Crownshot!
He can quadra
kill them
kill.
all.
He can
I
quadra
don't think
kill.
he can.
No Wunder! That's so toxic.
Crownshot could have killed them all!
White people sad.
G2 advance to playoffs. 7 teams remain, 3 spots available. G2 join Mad Lions and Rogue. The seeding is at stake as we have 2 more days of games to play out.
Well, I feel like that it was still a very close game. I liked a lot of what SK did in the early game. It was just, like, it was the classic, it was close until it was.